Morning everyone, I hope you're well. It's, what day is it? Wednesday, and the kids have gone back to school and I've got my takeaway coffee and I just feel relief for them because they so needed to go back, and relief for me because I can do some more sowing of seeds. I am looking at Cosmos today, which I know everyone loves, and you don't want to really sow this until the middle to end of March, because they grow so quickly, and then what happens with me is I tend to grow them too early and they all pop up and I've got nowhere to put them, because they are tender, so you don't want to put them out until kind of the last frosts have been and gone. And around here, that's usually, well, we've had frost, you know, in May, but yeah, so I probably wouldn't plant them out until the middle of May, much before then. I've got one here called Dazzler, which I love. Actually, I don't know if you follow him on Instagram, but a great friend of mine told me about Robert Walton, who is Donna Ida's husband, and she calls him Bobby Dazzler. She's Australian, and it just reminds me of him. Whenever I say Cosmos Dazzler, it reminds me of him. Anyway, check him out. He's brilliant. He's a restaurant critic and he does amazing kind of online cookery demos and stuff. Anyway, I'm going to sow them into a module. And I'm going to try and sow, the seeds are quite big, so I'm going to try and sow 2 seeds per module and then thin them out as they grow so that I end up with just one healthy plant in each module. And I'll probably have to pop them on once again before putting them out in the ground, but we'll see how they go. We might not. It just depends on light levels and how things go. I mean, the weather today, I don't know what's happened. Yesterday was so gorgeous, and it's like a storm out there. So that's why I'm inside, because I couldn't hear myself in the greenhouse because of the rain, and the shed was pretty much the same. So I'm inside. So I've got my Cosmos Dazzler. I've got other types as well. These are from Chiltern Seeds, and there's a really good one called Purity, which is white and so floriferous. It literally flowers all summer long. You have to keep picking Cosmos, and they will come back, and that's the great thing about them, but you do have to keep picking them. And they're just a really good flower for kind of mid to late summer. All different colours, in the sort of pinks and whites shades, and there's picotees with sort of beautiful pink, like they've been painted around the edges, and they're just really lovely. So I urge you to go and check out Cosmos Selections and see. I've also got another one called Double Click Cranberries, which is a lovely sort of cranberry colour. There's one called Bonbon. There are loads. So Rubens is a really nice one. It's kind of like a winey red colour. Anyway, worth trying all sorts of different ones. This is Dazzler, though. Sorry, I have to say it in Australian accent. And you'll see the seeds are really quite big. So I'm going to actually, with these, I might even just do 1 per module, because it's easy to do. And I'm literally just going to place it on the top, and I'm going to cover these modules with a bit of vermiculite. I don't tend to cover my seeds that much, just vermiculite or nothing really. I find that unless they specifically say they need dark. So what needs dark? I mean, I think sweet peas quite like to be germinated in the dark, but some don't. What else have I done recently in the dark? I'm just trying to think. I can't think. Anyway, so here we go. I've done, and I'll probably do, I haven't got that many, so I'll probably do, yeah, sort of half of this tray. And I'll use this tray to do lots of different varieties, because you don't need masses and masses of these plants. And then I'll label it, stick the label there so I know where I've got to. I'm going to cover it with some vermiculite. Just over the top. This is where I make a bit of a mess. just lightly, and that just helps with drainage and sort of, I don't know, it feels like it's wrapping them up a bit, giving them a bit of a cozy blanket. Bring all that in, and then I just stick them in my water trough, which is here. Can you see that there? And leave them to soak up the water, but I'll do that after I've sown some other varieties as well. Leave them to soak in there for about 10 minutes, just so that they soak up from underneath, and they, you know, the compost is damp. And then you put a lid on it like that, and then I'll probably put mine on some bottom heat. I don't know if you can see behind me, but that is a bit of a station there where I've got these heat mats, which are really, I mean, they're not expensive. And I'll put it on one of those and just wait for them to germinate. As soon as they've germinated, I'll take the lid off and